Well, there's a lot going on in New Orleans, and I think people would be pleasantly surprised if they haven't come back to visit us. We had 7.1 million visitors in 2007, and that's a 92% increase over what we had in 2006. So our restaurants are open. We have more restaurants than ever before. The French Quarter and the historic areas are cleaner than they've ever been before. We have $400 million that have gone into our hotels for renovations and upgrades, and the service is better than it's ever been. Our visitors tell us we felt so welcomed, and people made us feel so welcomed and appreciated for coming to the city. So there's a lot of really good values and good deals, and it's a good time to visit New Orleans if you haven't been back in a while. Absolutely. The people that are in the city really want to be there. New Orleans is one of those places where people have an emotional connection to the city. They love it. They've come there throughout their life as a college student or for a convention or for a romantic weekend. And when they come to the city, they just have that emotional connection because it's so different. It's authentic. There's no other place like New Orleans. And 3 years ago with Hurricane Katrina, when you're faced with almost losing something, you appreciate it even more. And so the visitors and the residents, and certainly everyone that works in the tourism community, has embraced the city and really loves it. And it's going to translate into a better visitor experience for people that come to see us. We're really back up and running. I mean, there's, for example, we have 920 restaurants open in the city today, which is more than we had prior to Katrina. So, we tell people when you come, you need to lose a couple pounds before you get there because you're going to eat a whole lot when you get to New Orleans. And then our hotels. We have 33,000 hotel rooms that are open in the city. There are only two properties that are not open. One is the Hyatt, and that is in construction to reopen in the next year or two. And then also the Fairmont Hotel has not reopened, but it's being converted into a Waldorf Astoria and will reopen in 2010. So from that standpoint, there's also been a couple of new hotels that have opened, the Hilton St. Charles, for example. And then a lot of the major brands, Marriott and Hilton, are putting millions of dollars into their New Orleans properties, on their existing properties. So, visitors are going to experience a fresher hotel product in most cases than they ever had before in New Orleans. People love New Orleans. It's an authentic place. It's different. People have an emotional bond with the city that they really do love it. It's a special place. And, we tell people if you want to help New Orleans, the best thing you can do is come visit us. Tourism is our number one industry. It's our largest employer, and we want people to come and enjoy themselves and walk through the French Quarter and take a carriage ride or listen to jazz in some of our clubs and eat the most wonderful food you'll ever eat in any city you could ever go to. So, people have said to us, well, wow, since the hurricane, it's been 3 years, but is it okay for us to come back? We feel guilty to come back and have a good time when we've seen so much suffering there. And we say, absolutely not. That's what we do. That we're a city of hospitality, and by coming to the city, you're actually helping us and not hurting us. We want you to come and have a good time and enjoy yourself.